Morning. So I'm caught in traffic. I don't normally get caught in traffic in the morning, but I got onto the turnpike, the Florida Turnpike, to go to my office, and it is dead stop traffic. So you are stuck in traffic with Kia in the morning. So a lot of stuff happened overnight, and I definitely want to talk about it because I want to kind of get my feelings out here about a couple of things and just come right out and say this, that I hate the hashtag Metoo. I hate it. I think it's disgusting. I think it is just a pathetic attempt at people to get attention. And that's me being real. And I know what you're thinking right now. You think I'm talking about the Me Too movement. I'm not. Hashtag Me Too and the Me Too movement now need to be separated as two completely different things. They are no longer the same, and people need to start understanding that. When it first came out, the Me Too movement and using hashtag Me Too meant you were saying that I have been sexually assaulted and it's not okay and women are not alone. It has now turned into basically a hashtag saying, well, I've been abused, I've been attacked, help me attack other people who didn't stand by my side. And I know it wasn't intended to be that, but that is exactly what has happened now. People are putting their stories out there, which is beautiful. People should put their stories out there. People should be honest about sexual assault and sexual abuse and using things that, you know, that they shouldn't to get the one up on other women. They should not do that. But what happens is, like most things, clear, especially politics right now, once you get Twitter involved, it turns into something completely different. And the hashtag Me Too has claimed its first victim, and that would be Jill Messick. Jill Messick was Rose McGowan's manager when her rape allegations against Harvey Weinstein came out. Rose McGowan reported to her that she had been sexually assaulted. Jill comforted Rose and let her know it's not okay. I cannot believe it's happened to you. According to Rose, nothing really happened. According to Jill, she went to higher ups and said, this actually happened. This is what, something needs to be done. I don't know what to do, but somebody needs to help me because I don't know what's going on. Okay. Nothing happens. So Rose kind of feels like, Jill was kind of complicit in all this, and Jill was saying that, I told the higher ups, they said they were handling it and nothing ever happened. What is she supposed to do? And last night, she took her own life at the age of 50. Mother of two, took her own life. And her family put out a statement saying that she was depressed and dealing with depression. She was also bipolar. And she was just going through a lot. But that the whole visceral aspect of hashtag Me Too, her name being in the headlines and people tweeting about her, people finding her LinkedIn profile, sending her in-mail messages, finding her Facebook profile, and coming at her like that, it was just too much for her to bear, and she took her own life. So since when has it been okay to attack somebody without a judge or jury? I get it. Harvey Weinstein is a disgusting monster, but he had a lot of control over Hollywood, and people know this. Let's say because she also, after this whole thing with Rose McGowan left, a month later, she got a promotion to a Weinstein-run company called Miramax. She became an executive there. So who says that she didn't go to Harvey Weinstein and he basically said, okay, you can either shut up and get this promotion or I'll ruin your career in Hollywood? There's no real winning situation. And she did choose, instead of just walking away and saying, fuck you, you ugly monster, like I will go work in some podunk town in Oklahoma as a school teacher teaching film or teaching, economics to high school kids rather than live in Hollywood. Instead, she chose to take the job and not really ruffle any feathers, not knowing what Harvey Weinstein is capable of. So now she's taken her own life. And that is, I believe it is because of the hashtag Me Too. Not the Me Too movement, it's the hashtag. You're giving people on Twitter who have no lives, nothing better to do, to then look at everybody who had involvement with one person's incident and attack all those other people and say, you were complicit, it's your fault, you were complicit, you should have said something, you should have done this, instead of just attacking the person who committed the sexual assault. Jill Messick didn't deserve this. The hashtag Me Too has gotten completely out of control, and people are acting like crazy people. They're acting like, wolves going after raw meat. You know, another perfect example of this, and I've had this video about this before, is Aziz Ansari. This girl puts this story out, hashtag Me Too. People read the story. Now Aziz has not made a comment in over 2 months since this came out. He's having to reevaluate his career. He's trying to make sure all of his stuff is still staying in order. Her story's kind of gone up to the wayside, but he's still trying to figure out his life. How can we just listen to victims and not look at either the grand picture, or at least get both accounts, report to the police, let the police handle it? Why is it now Twitter's job, or how does it become Twitter's job to attack people? How would you feel if someone came up to you and said, oh, so you would know so-and-so? Oh, I heard so-and-so, robbed the store the other day. That makes you an asshole too, because he robbed the store and I think you knew about it. So that makes you an asshole. I don't like you anymore. And I'm gonna tell everybody that, you knew about him robbing the store and you didn't give a shit. And you're standing there like, wait a minute. 1, what are you talking about? 2, I didn't know he robbed the store, or I did know that he robbed the store. I told somebody, they said they would handle it, and then what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now as this third party person? I just hate that that hashtags are becoming how people are, voicing their opinions in this whole disgusting way. In 240 characters, I can say what I want, I can do what I want behind my laptop. And now a woman is dead. It's hard dealing with bullying. And even though whether you're 50, whether you're 12, whether you're 21, whether you're 80, having people attack your character online, it's not a fun feeling. It's a horrible feeling. Some of us have thick skin. Some of us can take it. We can't. I can take it. I have a YouTube channel now, and people, I've been called a coon already, and I'm only like 21 videos in, and I've already been started calling names. But I can handle that. I have a life that is not involved in the entertainment industry, so I don't have to read the social media comments and go to my PR manager and say, okay, all this is happening. What do we do? But someone like Jill Messick did. Another part of this whole Me Too thing is that now people are up arms saying it's not the Me Too movement's fault. She was depressed. She had bipolar disorder. Like, it's that fault. There are plenty of people in the world who deal with depression and have bipolar disorder who don't kill themselves. What happens is when you have bipolar disorder or depression, you can manage it. But when people are piling more of their shit on top of your issues, it becomes unbearable. I'll use another analogy. Imagine if you're carrying groceries out the store. Let's say, I don't know how many people know what an Aldi is, but we have Aldi here, and you have to bring your own bags. And let's say you bought a whole bunch of groceries, but you only bought 2 bags in. Imagine someone just piling more stuff inside those bags and piling on, and you keep telling people, it's getting too heavy. The bag's getting too heavy. I don't think I can handle it. I don't think I can hold it. And they're just putting it on. And then someone else comes along and say, hey, you look, you have a tiny more space in your bag. Let me pile some of my stuff into your bag and see if you can carry it outside. And you can't carry it outside. And it's too much to handle, and the bag breaks. And in this case, the bag that broke was Jill Messick. And people kept saying, she's bipolar. Like I just said, she's bipolar. She's depressed. Would you say the same thing to a child in high school who committed suicide? That they were just depressed. It wasn't the bullying's fault. It was just depression. And that's all it is. No, you wouldn't. So why is Jill Messick any different? And I know some people are blaming Rose McGowan about her story, how her story seems fake. I don't think Rose McGowan's story seems fake, but I do think that, I hate saying this, I don't think Rose McGowan's story is fake, but I do think now that she has a reality show called Citizen Rose and a book out called Brave is a little self-serving. You can tell your story without profiting from it. And there are people who do that. I mean, you can tell your story without dragging in other people who really have no control over your narrative. This story is Rose's account. It's her narrative. Yes, she was sexually assaulted by Harvey Weinstein, but she doesn't really know what Jill Messick did. She doesn't know what the Miramax people did. She doesn't know what the Weinstein company did. She's going off her account, but she's writing a book that's dragging other people down based on her account. So I have used the Me Too hashtag one time because I have been sexually harassed by a boss. I've never been sexually assaulted by a boss, but I've been sexually harassed by a boss. And I won't be using that hashtag ever again because I feel like it's not the same anymore. It's not a good thing to use. It riles people up who have no idea what they're talking about. it really has killed the movement. I feel like the hashtag should be retired, and that if women are going to tell their story, you just tell your story and you hope someone hears you. You don't need a hashtag for us to hear you. We hear you. We're listening to you. We're here to help you. Just don't hashtag it.